Hi everyone. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how to use your Fire Stick with Kodi and Mobdro and TeaTV. These are the three applications that come with your Fire Stick that I've configured for you. So first off, when you plug in your Fire Stick, you're going to be asked to log into your Wi-Fi network. Go ahead and log in with your credentials to log into your network, and then the next thing it's going to ask you for is your Amazon credentials. So if you don't have an Amazon login, go out to Amazon.com, create a login. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to do that, and then once you've logged in, you'll be taken to the home screen here. And on this home screen, you'll see some icons. So if you scroll down to the Your Apps and Channels row, you'll see the icon that I'm on now is the Kodi app. And then the next one is Mobdro. The next one is TeaTV. And I also I include IPVanish for each build. So if you want to use a VPN, you can do that while you're viewing. And so that's always nice. A lot of people like to do that. All right, so if you don't see your icons on the Your Apps and Channels row, you can simply just scroll all the way over to See All, and you will see all the apps that are on the Fire Stick. So once this loads, you can find the app, and this is how it's positioned and how it's going to look on Your Apps and Channels row. So if Kodi is first here, you're going to see it first, then Mobdro, and then so on and so on. So let's say you want to move something over to first in line so you could see it in Your Apps and Channels. So you could just hold the select key in, and then you can move this over like such, and then select it again, and it puts there. So now when you hit the home key on your remote, you'll now see under Your Apps and Channels, now it is second in line. So if you don't see, when you first plug in your Fire Stick on the home screen, if you don't see the icons, simply do what I just did, and you will find them. You can reposition them as such, and that way they'll be set for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the Kodi icon. And in Kodi, when you first launch the Kodi app, you're going to come to this interface. This is I use the X-Fury build because I find it to be probably the best and stable version that I've seen out yet. So under this, you're going to see different categories: movies, TV shows, like TV, sports, kids, horror, all in one, music, urban, and then add-ons and programs. Now, add-ons and programs are a separate video. So what you want to be concerned with basically are the movies, TV shows, sports, etc., etc. So let's say you want to go in to see a movie. So you click on movies, or you'd scroll over to movies, and then you select down, and you could search for a movie by new releases. You could do actor and actresses, browse by year. You could do movies from A to Z, and so on and so on. And then furthermore, if you go down to the last row, these are the streaming sources. You've got Atrox, you got Start, Tech, Incursion, Placenta, Firecat, Life. These are all wonderful streaming sources that you can use on this build. Now, my two favorite ones are Incursion and Placenta, but that doesn't mean that Firecat, Life, Atrox, or Star Trek are not any better. It's just they're just different streaming sources, and they offer different content. So let's go into Placenta. And under Placenta, you will see some different categories: news and updates, movies, TV shows, my movies, new episodes, and so on and so on and so on. So let's go ahead. Let's say we want to watch a movie. So let's go to new movies. Just click on it. And under new movies, you're going to see the movies that pop up under here. So let's say I wanted to see Mission Impossible. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Mission Impossible. It's going to load. And it's going to find the sources. It's found 5 720 sources, 6 lower quality, for a total of 11. Now, the second generation Fire Stick does not support 4K, unfortunately, but it does support 1080. So after a release or a movie has been out for a while, you'll start seeing the 1080 options. But the 720 is good. You can find a lot of good 720 sources, and so that's shouldn't affect things. All right, so it's going to load, and there we go. So, I usually like to start at the top. So I start at the top. It's a 720 resolution source. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And it'll load, and then if it finds it, it will start the movie, and which it does. And this is, as you can see, it's more than, the quality is more than you could ask for. I mean, it's just as good. And it loads right into it, as you can see. Real simple. All right, so to get back to the home page, you could just hit the home button, and it'll take you to the home page. Now we'll go back down to our Your Apps and Channels. Let's go into Mobdro. Okay, under Mobdro comes with different categories: news, shows, channels. These are like major networks: NBC, ABC, TNT, etc., etc. So shows, movies, sports, music, gaming, animals, tech, podcasts. I mean, it's just, there's so much here that so much viewing content. It's going to keep you busy. So let's go into movies. Okay, under movies, it further categorizes your choices under action movies, horror movies, comedy movies, animation, documentary movies. It goes into, if you're a Star Trek fan or you're a Harry Potter fan, romance movies, and it just keeps going on and on. I mean, there's just so much Western movies, if you like Western movies, war movies, mafia movies, just all kinds of stuff under here that you can watch. And these are streaming 24/7. So let's go ahead and click on mafia movies and look at it. It's, like I said, it streams 24/7, and it'll load. Once it loads, sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. It depends on your internet speed. Give it just a second, and there we go. It looks like it's playing Scarface. All right, so to get out of that, you just hit the back selector. And there we go. So let's say you wanted to watch, let's hit the back selector one more time. And let's go into sports. Now, there's sports all over the world. ESPN2, ESPN News. There's NHL, NFL. I mean, it just keeps going on and on. There's racing in the UK. There's the Eurosport. There's ESPN BT Sport, Major League Baseball, NBA. It's and not like I said, these are streaming sources. It's not like regular cable TV where you're going to just flip to a channel and it's going to come on. It works sort of like going out to YouTube, finding what you want, but searching for it. And if it's there, it's going to pull it up. If it's not going to pull it up. So that's the big thing you need to realize with this. You're streaming strictly from the internet. It's not coming in like cable TV or anything like that. So some of these may be available, some of them won't. It just depends on the source. And it could be your internet speed. It could be whether or not there's not enough bandwidth allocation, too many people are watching it, or whatever it may be. So there are many factors. So if you were to click on NFL TV, okay, and it looks like it's see, goes right into it. So you can back out of it, and there we go. And that's it. Then you can just go back to your home and do it like that. Now, to show you TeaTV and how it works, you just click on it. Give it a second, it'll load. And if there's an update, go ahead and do the update. Luckily there is, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the update. It'll do the update real quick. As you can see, I have a pretty good internet connection here, so it really does make a difference with the faster the internet connection, the better the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and click on install. You can see the updates are really super easy to do if there's an update on TeaTV or even Mobdro. All right, so it's going to install. It's installing right now. You can see it's nothing spectacular here. It's just going through its thing, and once it's finished, it will let you know. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, so this is taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to take, but you get the idea here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the home. If it give it another second or two to see if it completes. This will complete the. This will continue to upgrade. There it goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into open, and once we click open, it will launch into TeaTV. This is a kind of like an alternative to Terranium TV. I think it's actually better, to be honest with you. But you can see you've got tons of choices in movies and things like that, and you can choose your category by selecting. You can do TV shows, top rated, upcoming, now playing, categories, adventure, family, drama, documentary. It's really just a matter of just going in here and just kind of thumbing around and navigating and learning the interface. So let's go ahead and go back home. And there it is. So hopefully this has kind of helped you a little bit. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment, and I'll do my best to get back to you and answer your questions. Okay, thanks, and have a wonderful day.